Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is your friendly neighborhood farmer Raznac. We are back on No Man's Land to continue our Let's Build series. Here we are at the farm. I've started placing down some fencing because what we're going to do, I think today, we're going to kind of work on our entrance here. Kind of get our entrance the way we want. Do some fine details with the drive, and then I think we're going to put in a horse pasture over here, kind of our first little bit of farming. Just get all this area here in front of the house finished and kind of how we want it to look. So what I've been doing is placing down fences. If you haven't placed down fences in Farm Sim 19, don't do it. You'll want to pull your hair out. No, it can be kind of stressful. I have found that the best way to do it, just some building pointers, just some building tips, is start. The reason why is because these things, one, it doesn't snap. I wish Farming Simulator had like a snap feature where the fences would automatically snap together, but they don't. So you have to manually place each one of them. And I've found the best way to do it when there's terrain change is start at the lowest terrain or the flat and work your way up, and use the smallest chunks possible. You want really tiny fences. You don't want huge long sections. You want small sections, and you're going to kind of put each section at a time. This fence is a really nice fence. This is the old fence with gate pack you can get from the in-game mod hub, but you can kind of see it bleed through a little bit, and then you just kind of click it. There you go. And it looks okay. It's not the best looking fence in the world, but hey, it'll work. The other thing is if you're making turns, just make tiny adjustments. Tiny adjustments. Just little adjustments. Everything, I've found out everything is with fences. The trick is just little bits. Tiny little bits at a time. Are we going through? Yeah. And it's really hard to visualize sometimes what you're doing. Disappearing. Okay, I'm losing my mind here, people. I'm losing my mind. It was just working. Hiding. There it goes. Tiny adjustments. Tiny little adjustments, Raz. And that's all we can do. We can just do tiny little adjustments the whole way up the driveway. Yes, it is torturous. It is. It is very torturous, but the payoff is worthwhile because when it's done, it looks beautiful. It looks absolutely amazing, and it looks really nice. Some other mods we're going to be using today. Today is going to be a GTX mod today. I'll go ahead and jump into it, and we'll talk about mods just real quick. This is the mod I'm using. This is the lizard. This is called Old Fence with Gate. You actually have this old gate and these old chunks of fences. You can get that from the in-game mod hub, and it's a great little mod. Works great. Can't complain about it. The other mod we're going to be using today, this is the GTX mod for animals. Where? There it is. This one right here. This horse breeding. I went with it because it looks nice and it'll fit in our area right here, which was the most important part for me. I may actually build more deco pasture out this way eventually. I may fence in. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. I'm not quite sold on it yet. We'll kind of have to play around with this and see if we can get this fit in. So that's the horse breeding mod. We're going to put in the horses. Another thing we're going to put in is, in one of the comments, I was told I'm missing a mailbox. So another GTX mod is the placeable signs and mailboxes mod. So we'll be putting in a mailbox as well today. So that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on the fence and the horse paddock and the entrance and all that good stuff. So we've gone up far enough for now. Let's go ahead and look at another decorations, because what I want to do on this side is I want to make sure it kind of matches. So we have a stone wall on the corner. We're going to, if I can find it, really don't want to get too many mods in here because this is going to be there we go. Stone wall right there. What we'll do is we'll put another kind of another stone wall in this way. And again, you want this, you kind of have to be careful with your angle. You don't want to like put too much of an angle on it, but you also don't want to put too little of an angle, so that it doesn't look kind of weird. Is the 60 better? Maybe the 60. Oh, I always do that. Come on. There needs to be more categories in the shop, like fencing. We need more categories, Giants. More and more categories. Can't have too many. You really can't. You can't have too many, because especially the more and more placeables become popular, and the more people want to customize their own maps without using GE, this stuff's important. I wonder if the 60 would look okay here instead of the 90. Nah, the 90. So let's go ahead and put this down. Again, we kind of want it to match this one as best we can. It's not going to be perfect because it kind of has to match the road just a little bit. Bring it off up a little, because then we're too close. We'll let up later. Yep, let's drop it right there. So there's our entrance. Again, we'll clean this up. We'll you know, clean up the textures around that, all that good stuff. And what we can do is we can start a fence down on this end. Maybe. If I can find the dang fence. Oh, this is brutal. Torturous. Turn it off now. Alright, we'll do the small fence. I like these old picket, I call them picket fences, or split rail fence. I remember building these as a kid. We usually would, cedar. I remember one time we split cedar for like a whole summer, building split rail fences. It's not fun. Not at all. Yep, that's what you do. And then after that, you drop in. Then you're using small ones. That's pretty much it. You build your driveway all the way up using the small ones. And trying to keep, again, minor adjustments for angle, placement, just minor stuff. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump away from the camera, or I'm going to turn off the recording. I'm going to get the fence probably up to about right here. I think probably right here, because I don't know what this is going to look like. This is going to be in the entrance down into our farm. You know, we're going to have a road that kind of goes this way and another road that kind of goes this way. So we need to work on that entrance. But what we'll do is I'll get the fencing up through here. I'll also leave a gap kind of right here so that we can get into the horse paddock. And once I get all the fences put in, and that's kind of this area, I might go ahead and level it out and kind of stage it. Once we get all that done, I will check back with you, and we'll go from there. I'll see you in just a second. All right, we got our fencing finished here. Let me go airborne and I'll kind of show you what it looks like real quick. I went ahead and ran along a fence. Now, when it's flat and level, fencing is real easy. You just get a kind of nice straight bearing and you just tie it in. And that's what we did over here. So we went ahead and ran some fencing out away from the stone entrance right there. And then the fence goes up, and as you can see, using the small pieces and the tiny adjustments, you can almost make the fence curve. It's really important to do tiny adjustments. And then we did the same here. Again, I'm going to go back in and fix the paint on the ground here momentarily. I left this section open because, well, we're going to put a horse pen in here. We kind of need a way in and out. And then also down here, I thought that I think, and however we get it to lay, we'll have to bring kind of a road out this way. So there'll be a road that loops up and down through, and then we'll put a gate down here by the road. So let's do that. Let's put the horse pen in. I'm kind of nervous here because anytime you use large placeables, it's usually better to flatten the area. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of played with this. I really think this is going to be our best way, just like this. really do. I think this would be the best way to do it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this down where the fence is about as high as wooden fence in front of it. And I'm really hoping this doesn't screw us up too much. Bring this up a little closer, if it even let me place it. Sometimes if there's too much terrain deformation, it won't even let you place it. Little adjustment here. Tap on the Q. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Actually, it turned out really nice. It turned out much better than I thought it would. Whew, I was a little worried here. Now, this over here, we're going to fix all that. We'll fix this. We'll fix that in just a moment. But yeah, that turned out much nicer than I thought. And I thought this horse shack kind of matched our house in its style and coloring as close as I could find. Again, I'm trying not to use too many mods because I don't want to ruin the experience for you guys where you have to download 400 mods. Would you like to pay 40 cents pipeline? Yes. Okay, local plumber will arrive at 6 o'clock. So the plumber will arrive at 6. Let's see if he arrives. Hang on, I'll show you something. Let's go into this. He arrive? He arrive? No, he didn't arrive. So we're gonna fast forward through a day-night cycle real quick. Because I want him to show up and I want him to install that so we can kind of get all of our pipes where we want them and everything that way. That's what I want. We can extend that fence out. That's a little feed area. Yeah, sure. I think it'll work great. Hang on. I want to go up here and look at our... Looks cool. I tell you what, while we're here at night, let's put in... we need to put in a light pole. That's what we need. It's too dark. It's too dark over here by this shed. I don't think there's a light switch anywhere. Is this a light switch? Sometimes this one's a light switch. Is it? No. I don't see a light switch. Do you guys see a light switch anywhere? Open gate. Toggle flashlight. Open gate. Gate. I mean, opening the gate's fine, but really need a way to turn on the light here. See, there's lights. Surely there's a light switch. Come on. Or is it going to be like one of those where the trigger is just so weird? Hang on, let me turn this off real quick. Sometimes you got to turn this off so you can hit the cursor. No, no light. 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 Oh, shame. There's got to be a light switch, though, man. This gotta be. Has to be. Must be. It's got to be one somewhere. I'll find it later. All right, let's just put a light in. Let's just do what we said we're gonna do and put a light in. Raz, you can't be here all day doing this stuff. All right, miscellaneous. I can't remember where the light's at. I think it's under miscellaneous. There it is. This is Alien Jim's old light. I love this thing. Pretty cool. I think we should put one right here at the edge of the building. Boom. And then, should we put another one? See, where I live, like up there in the woods, there's always like one backyard. Alright, perfect. Yes, let's go with that. Now, back to fast forwarding through time. Because we want daylight, we want the plumber to show up. If he'll show up, we'll find out here in just a moment. Yep, there's the plumber. I love GTX's stuff, man. He does a great job. It kind of messes with our fence, but that's okay. Now that the plumber's here, it'll be 24 hours before he installs this. Oh, things you do. We'll fast forward again. Won't take us but just a moment. And what's cool is you can actually see this build time. Just like that. Done. And then we could go over here. You have no animals, so water's unavailable, which is fine. We're not going to put any animals in because this is just really just for fun. But I really like this, what he's got going on here. Now, we got to get to work. Got to do some landscaping here. We really got to clean this up as best we can. First things first, let's go ahead and put in some gravel. This is my gravel. Oh, so Shift Tab. No, not Shift Tab. It's not right. That brings up the Steam. Is it Control Tab? Yes, Control Tab. You can go backwards. I think. I don't know. Somebody told me. I'll have to read the comment again. Let's bring this in here. Bring this in here. Get rid of all this. Kind of leave this little area over here wooded. Just kind of cleaning this up. And we can fix a lot of this here in a minute. I like the gravel. We want this gravel. Put some dirt in it later, but it's all going to be gravel through here. Right through here. This is all gravel. I know it's too uniform, Raz. We'll fix it in a minute. Just slowly roll. Now, what we really need to do is we gotta fix this. And I'm thinking the best thing to do is make this kind of a cliff edge. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is let's change this to this and this there. We're gonna kind of bring this back just a little. Turn this into a cliff. Oh, too much. Is that tree still? Oh man. Wish there was like an undo key. That's for land. I really wish there was like a, oops, you screwed up. I wish there was I screwed up button. I need to fix it now button. But yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just kind of flatten this area out here. And maybe eventually we'll do some stuff over here, but this is all we're going to do on this one. Now we'll switch this over to that. And just kind of take the rough edges off of it. Yeah, as long as our trees and stuff are still in the ground. Take this rough edge here. This isn't actually optimal for drainage purposes, but it'll work for us. I know I'm a goof. You guys are just now figuring it out. Alright, let's switch back over to paint. And let's continue on with our gravel. Kind of our gravel drive. Gravel pad through here. Just this whole area. Just going to kind of gravel it up. Really wish that feed trough wasn't so close to the road, but that's okay. Make it work. And we're going to put a fence and a gate here, but for now we'll just do this so we can come back here in a minute and fix this if we want to. Alright. So there's our little horse paddock. It's really, really tiny, really small little horse area. And that part is done. Like I said, we're gonna over here. Just gonna do this. It's not gonna stay this way, probably. Really what I'm doing is it's just kind of clean it up. There we go. Just making it look a little more natural. Alright. Yeah. I like it. Let's go over here and paint some stone around the bottom of these rocks. What say you? That wouldn't really work because... Ooh, there's a darker color stone. Oh, cool. We can kind of blend in some shadows. Nice touch, Alien Jim. You're just a genius, I swear he is. He does such an amazing job with this stuff. Just blend in some dirt here. The sand color is the only one that just kind of messes with me a little. We're just blending in all different shades of stuff. No real rhyme or reason to any of it. I just found that like the more random you are, the sillier it looks. The more realistic it feels. Like, you know, the more of a mess you make, the better it looks, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, let's paint this in. I think the road's fine through here. It gives us plenty of space down through here. Kind of make this a little bit bigger. A bit wider turn through here. Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers. Okay. That's that. That part is done. The fencing's done. The walls are done. What else did I say we're going to do? Let's put in a mailbox real quick. I think it was under miscellaneous. We need to put a mailbox in. Which one do I want? I like this one. Let's go with this one. And do we want it across the street or right? Put it on the side. Think like right here. Drive up, yeah. It's probably appropriate. Mailbox in. It's hard to see that. Just kind of bring it off just a little. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Let's go over it. I think we can. I'm gonna do something. Something that you see where I live is the rural letter carriers, because they drive up to the box because the box is kind of off the road a little. You always have like these little. I'll show you here in a second. Try to get it. I can't get the brush any smaller. Really wish I could get this brush smaller. Because what you have is you kind of have like this little track that kind of comes up next to the mailbox where they've been driving. I promise you do. You do here in the States. Especially out in the middle of nowhere. You have like these little tracks where the mail carrier comes up to the mailbox. That stuff happens. Let's get rid of this nastiness in front of the stone wall. Surely we have Roundup here. We spray the stone wall. Too much grass in front of there, if any. Yeah, looks good. I think that turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how this looks. I tell you what, I'm gonna jump away for a few more minutes. I'm gonna do a bunch of painting and texturing. Actually, no, because we're kind of short on time. What we'll do in the next episode is we're going to work on our farm entrance. We're going to start working in the farm entrance, maybe putting in some farm buildings and things of that nature. We'll be doing that in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.